Ta-da! What's going on, good people? It's your boy, Eric Taylor, tailored to you astrology. Yes, I'm a professional astrologer, Western tropical. I use the whole sign system. I always, would like to look at Placidus and even principles of Vedic, but I use the whole sign system, Western tropical astrology. This is another transit video looking at the Libra full moon, April 16, 2022, 2:54 p.m. Eastern, 11:54 a.m. Pacific. This is at 26 degrees, the sun in Aries and the moon in Libra, 45 minutes. This will be a Cancer ascendant, around 29 degrees. That puts the Libra in the 10th house, Capricorn in the 7th, and the Aries in the, Libra in the 4th house, Capricorn in the Aries. Can't even talk, Aries in the 10th. But a Cancer ascendant. There is a lot of energy going on. We're just coming off of today, the day I'm shooting this, of the Jupiter-Neptune conjunction. So of course I wanted to do something creative and meditate today and do some writing and some rhymes and poetry for this Jupiter-Neptune conjunction energy at 23 degrees. They're both at 24 degrees in Pisces, Jupiter-Neptune, along with Venus and Mars. For April 16th, the full moon, Mars enters Pisces, it will be at 1 degree. This full moon is forming a fascinating T-square, okay? 4, 7, and 10 in terms of the houses, okay? Pluto is in Capricorn, 28 degrees. We also have the dwarf planet Eris, which, it's kind of got like a female Pluto, female Mars energy, but it's about creating discord to get to a higher truth, a spiritual awakening. This whole energy that's happening right now, you guys, it's a mixed bag. It's yin, it's yang, it's yes, it's no, it's positive, negative, high vibration, low vibration. We still are dealing with, and at the same time, this full moon is ruled by the planet of Venus, since it's Libra, right? And Venus is in Pisces, where it's exalted, agape Christ-like love. So what is the Libra full moon? Libra in itself is about, right? And this is like a culmination energy, endings, but this is about relationships, peace, fairness, justice, balance, diplomacy, harmony. So, and Aries is what? More initiating, assertive, aggressive. So all the cardinal sign people, ascendants and sun signs, can really be feeling this. Moons as well. And we also have Mercury and Taurus conjuncting Uranus, which is the higher octave of Mercury. So you got the hashtag New Earth, Uranus and Taurus, and then Mercury and Taurus, which is very artistic and smooth and chill and about your values and saving money and art and drawing and painting and, tapping into the 5 senses. And Pluto is going to be revealing some, and we'll talk about sort of the collective and the individual, but Pluto could be revealing some pain, trauma, crises from 6 months ago in October for the new moon in Libra to this full moon, but also just in general for the collective about governments, about diplomacy, about political secrets or lies. Because, Pluto is about transforming and transmutating the power structures, the systems. Capricorn is the authority, the government, right? So, but this is financial structure. This is all structures, all organizations and systems and power. So we could see as a collective different things happening to foreign lands as America and American government, right? Because that Libra full moon will be in the 11th house, so the Sagittarius or rising ascendant for America's chart. And the Pluto Capricorn is the 2nd house. And then you have the 5th house of the Aries sun. So, one thing I'll say, we could definitely go through experiences where you feel like this karmic energy. And then there's these two lanes. Are you going right or are you going left? And I'm not talking politics, I'm talking high vibration, low vibration. Freedom and the people, systems and restrictions. Right? Because you're coming from that beautiful spiritual veil of the Jupiter-Neptune conjunction. We're dealing with Saturn, squaring the North Node in Taurus. April 30th, we've got the partial, or I guess the solar eclipse in Taurus. And then I think it's May 15th or 16th, we've got the full moon in Scorpio, where the South Node will be. So there's just a lot of energy, you guys, coming up from even April 12th all the way to May 16th. And it can be challenging and difficult. You could have some serious changes in relationships, partnerships, justice. A lot of court cases could come down that could change things, for different countries for a while. But I think right now we are ascending and vibrating, evolving, illuminating at a rapid rate, and dreams are like, whew. And things seem faster anyway, right? Because it's Aries season, the initiator, the competitive athlete, the Mars, assertive, aggressive, right? Arguments, fights. Things are just kind of moving and grooving, which can be good, right? It's spring again. We need that spark. We need to be alive as we get our gardens growing. We also have the Black Moon Lilith in Cancer. Very deep, mothering, caring, nurturing, divine, feminine energy. That root chakra, but the deep inner knowing. So you've been knowing, you really innately know what serves you, what responsibilities and disciplines and structures you have to be putting into place for building for Pluto and Aquarius for the future, for innovation, right? Finding the right tribe and group to connect with, of like-minded people. That's why we have Astrological Coffee Talk. You missed it in April. For those who were there, it was amazing again, and I thank you. But come Sunday, May 8th, 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific, $15, 90 minutes over Zoom. Just a great astrology lesson, sharing placements, building community. Hit me up at taylor2coaching@gmail.com. You can book your spot, book it now for May, but also for any chart reading, for relationship coaching, for any of my services, okay? And make sure you guys comment down below, like and share and subscribe and ring the bell. I appreciate you so much. And, even recording this on this conjunction, I'm drinking a lot of water today, getting on my family about drinking water with the wife and kids. And, but I'm also trying to reflect and connect from my heart. And I pray for the people in Brooklyn. was a shooting this morning on the train, and it's just senseless. And it's almost like they're trying to hijack this Jupiter-Neptune conjunction energy. You often wonder, if these things are really just a person losing it, or were they forced or pushed to do something so senseless and silly? Who knows? But I do know Pluto in Capricorn is heavy in play. I do know on April 16th, we really are dealing with some positive energies with the Venus in Pisces. Mars, not so much, but, even the sextile of Venus and Pisces with Mercury and Uranus and Taurus. That's something that a lot of people aren't, talking about or thinking about, but we have to understand this sextile, I think, will illuminate this in the sense that as we get these downloads and as we kind of think about our food, our survival, our savings, how we invest money, doing crypto, the metaverse, all these different things, really what's important is the compassion and empathy and the spirituality. And that's the fact that Taurus is very much tapping into the five senses. And it's very underrated as a fixed earth sign as a very spiritual and sensual energy. And guess what? It rules Venus, and Venus is in Pisces. So with Uranus and Mercury in Taurus, you could be getting some visions and dreams about the compassion, the collective humanity, and just all of the different energies and people, and just how connected we are from one side of the world to the other. That there's only one race, the human race. That humanity cares, humanity matters, right? And I think we've got to really try to figure out the best way to be harmonious, peaceful, and balanced. Even when sometimes, people are working against us, friends, family, society, strangers, government, whatever it is, that we still have got to kind of vibrate from our hearts and not get caught up in the mud or the jealousy or the envy or the dirt or whatever's going on in the minds of the collective or individual people. Okay? When you deal in truth and justice, you'll always be victorious, but you're going to realize that, no matter what, that's what's all important, is the truth and how you care for and love for, people in your life, and how you treat people, with kindness, compassion, and respect, and to communicate, not to be passive aggressive, right? Because the Libra full moon can be, that's Libra's about like the social work and the event planning and the teaching and, trying to be harmonious and relating. But when you're thinking about this, energy for the moon, remember the moon is at home in Cancer, exalted in Taurus, and Libra, it's okay. It's about listening and communicating, but Libra can be very passive aggressive. And their Libra moon, that the energy of balance or peace or harmony can be from a one-sided point of view. So let's try to really tap into and tune into how through the downloads of Uranus and Taurus, through the stillness and patience and just the senses of Mercury and Taurus, that we can make sure we're hearing, God's voice, Source's voice, but that we're, tapping into, really what is our intuition, our root chakra, our deep inner knowing, the Black Moon Lilith in Cancer. And I think even on this full moon, for certain placements, it might be a time to be more isolated and try to meditate and be alone. But I think that, Libra is about the relating to others, the other half. And so in some ways, this full moon and this energy, we've got to try to find the peace, find the equality for all of humanity, for all of the world's citizens, And the world is changing, and even the powers that be that don't want it to change, they can't stop it. We're going somewhere, and we're ascending and vibrating high. So don't play into the fear. Don't play into the deception of the Neptune and Pisces. Don't play into the fear of the political or the Pluto in Capricorn. It's really more about seeing these karmic downloads and blessings and tapping into our self-worth and self-love of Taurus North Node. And yes, we're going to deal with unexpected events. All the way to 2025, dealing with things on this earth. But, how can we tap in to build that community? And we're coming from that last, year or two ago, that Gemini North Node, the hand-to-hand exchange, right? They might start to genetically, make food or not allow people to, kill cattle for beef or whatever anymore. It's okay for me, I'm a pescatarian, but, I know friends and family that eat meat, and that could be hard for them. So how can we still have that exchange, still have that connection where you can find whatever it is you need for your food and survival, Taurus, second house type energy, So I think that, this Aries season, it's moving fast, and, we still got to find a way to find that inner peace, be charming and fair and balanced and harmonious with the collective, and understand that this is some intense energy. There will be some discord, some uncomfort, some things revealed about you, a loved one, a family member, a friend, the collective, governments. But how do we deal with it? Do we deal with it with Venus and Pisces and Taurus and Mercury? Agave Christ-like love way, with compassion and empathy? Do we deal with it with okay, let me not overreact, let me just accept this and deal with this in the right way, right? So, and Venus, Taurus is, the throat. So in terms of our speech and how we communicate and the words we use, let's try to make sure, and it could be something, shakes things up, could be heavy, and it could be just something light, but it's always about how you respond, right? Saturn, the moon, emotional reactions. So try to be balanced in your response. Try to be structured and disciplined and think about what's better for the group and the collective. So I think overall, share with me, what you're expecting from this full moon. Let me know how your Jupiter-Neptune conjunction went. Let me know how you're, getting ready for this solar eclipse on April 30th and the Taurus Sun and North Node. Still a lot of intense energy, not just for the cardinal signs, but for the fixed signs. With the North Node in Taurus and the South Node in Scorpio, So Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, Aquarius, Saturn and Aquarius, fixed signs are still dealing with a lot, okay? So, but like always, email your boy, Eric Taylor, taylor2coaching@gmail.com. And I'm here, I'm really, really here as the humble servant. But you gotta pay me, but I'm still here to help you figure things out. Where you're going, who you are, understanding, the map of your life. This isn't a game. This ancient knowledge, this super science that's like math and energy and spirituality and poetry and science is the map of your life. You chose the time where you're going to be born. God controls all the planets and their alignments. But you signed up for this. You're built for Pluto and Capricorn. You're built for this Libra full moon. You're built for this Jupiter-Neptune conjunction. You're built for the discord from Aries and Aries, and won't go to Taurus till 2044. But you're here, you're built for this. And that's interesting, 2044, because that's when Pluto leaves Aquarius. And we'll go to Pisces, which will then be sextiling Aries, then Taurus. Could we be creating like a 22-year theme from now to then? Who knows? Stay tuned. Stay healthy. Drink your water. Vibrate from your heart. Know that all things are going to be for good. There's always lessons to be learned in life. And, embrace it with a smile. Be intentional about positive words for yourself and self-love and kindness. Be intentional with those same words for your children and your spouse. Be supportive, encouraging. I know life's not easy. God knows. But when you vibrate from your heart and positivity and you think and exist in positivity and you turn off the television and the news and all that stuff that's just pumping in the fear and the this and that to you, you see things so much clearer and you understand that love is what we have and love is what matters. Okay? And it can be hokey and corny. Please. I'm a real dude. I'm not, perfect. I need to pray and meditate more and do this and do that. But at the same time, I definitely, I don't play games with God. I don't lie, tell the truth. And the victory is mine. So, me fear not. Do you understand? Nothing to fear. I got you. And I hope that you embrace this Libra full moon to the best of your abilities. Just breathe. Everything's gonna be all right. Okay? And before you know it, we're heading into the cusp of power, which this year is more like the 18th to the 24th, normally the 19th to the 23rd. It's a 5-day orb. I hate when I see these people come up on my, my YouTube page. Oh, it's 7 days. It's because you're looking at Google. Stop it. You don't know what you're talking about. And a lot of astrologers will use like only 29 degrees or 2901. I look at 2829. 0, 1, and 2. 5-day orb. No more than that. Okay? So, make sure you're not just looking at Google to learn your astrology and coming at people who know with silliness. Alright? I got you. Mira, escuchen. So Libra full moon. Stay harmonious, peaceful, balance, fairness. And this is also what is going to be needed for the collective. Saturn in Aquarius is trying to get us to get organized and structured to respond to our abilities for that as we get ready to enter into Pluto in Aquarius for a little peak in March 2023. And the retrograde is back, and then we go on January 21st, 2024 until 44. Go watch my Pluto in Aquarius video. But come on now, let's get it, people. All right? I love you. Eric Taylor, Taylor to Astrology. Oh, and follow me on Instagram and TikTok, and join my Facebook groups, Taylor 2 Coaching, and Twitter, it's at Taylor2C, and at Big 3 Astrology. But, and please join my Patreon. Get some exclusive content there. Got $5 tier, $10 tier. You get music there. Just all different types of stuff. All right? Bye, Libra full moon. Don't forget, 2:54 p.m. Eastern on the 16th or 11:54 a.m. Pacific on April 16th, 2022. Peace.